Okay, back to the Chinese Stratagem Wisdom channel. Now this video is about another phase or wisdom phase of Han Fei Zi. Okay, Han Fei Zi. Now this is the Han Fei Zi. I can say a idioms or like that or phrases like that or masons like that. Okay, masons you can make masons. Okay? But in fact, they are the Han Fei's book is full of masons with historical stories, okay, against the background of a history of a historical story, to illustrate the importance or the meaning of the mason. In this phase, I read about I read it to you first. Is 小之不可使謀士，小中不可使主法，小之不可使謀士，小中不可使主法。I translate it into simple English. It means two sentences. First sentence: little clever person cannot do great jobs. And the second sentence: little loyal person cannot in charge of law and orders. The story is like this: in ancient China, there was a military commander, a general. Okay, uh, he was a good general. The king trusted him very much. Okay, in a fierce battle, the king was injured, and although it was not the fault of the general also tried his best to carry out the strategy of the war, okay, to fight the enemies. So during the rest, and the whole military, the whole fleet of soldiers stopped it and set up their camps for the temporary reconstruction. Okay, okay. At night, okay, at night, the military commander, the general, felt very thirsty. He had a very loyal assistant, very loyal to his master general. When he learned about that the general was thirsty, was no water, okay, no water. So he brought a bowl of wine, But in fact, in ancient China or in any other places, wine was forbidden during the military operation, because if you both the soldiers and general are drunk, you will be lost alert and be attacked by the enemy. But the general was very thirsty, so the assistant persuaded vigorously. General master, my master, I know you are very thirsty. I think it is better for you to drink. Okay, try to convince. Okay, yes, the general was very felt very uneasy or uncomfortable, and not to refuse the generosity or the words of his assistant. So he drank the wine, and then he fell asleep due to drunkenness. Okay, he fell drunk. Okay, he fell drunk. At the midnight, when the injured king, okay, entered the camp, and find out that the general, his most trusted general, was drunk. He was very angry. He was just injured, and the general was drunk. Okay, so he felt very angry, and the king wanted to set a good example for his fellow soldiers. Okay, so he punished the manager, the general, by killing him. Okay, in the public. So what we learn from this story, Han Feizi want to tell us that little loyal person means a person who was loyal to his own master, but not loyal to the great nation or the enemy, or the great nation, or the whole organization. So Han Feizi said that it was very dangerous, because loyalty is good, but if a person is too loyal or to his own master or his own circumstances, he will defeat, or they will not understand, or not will destroy the whole strategy or the whole plan of the whole nation. Okay, it's very dangerous. So that loyalty is good, but loyalty, little loyalty, means small loyalty to his own passion or master or superior is very dangerous for the whole nation. Okay, so if this person is in charge of the law, as I said before in my first video about legalism, law and orders and law and legalism are emphasized in legalist school. If this too small loyal person or egoistic person was trusted in the administration of law and order, the whole nation will be ruined. Okay, so this is the core idea of this mason of faith. So, put an analogy, to little careful person cannot do a great jobs. Little careful person means the person who was very careful. He is very careful. Okay, the IQ is very high. However, his carefulness is restricted, limited, also limited to his own circle, but not has a wider picture or the global strategy or the overall situation, understanding overall situation of the issue. Then this is also very dangerous. So because he will, what he do is good, but only in the restricted sense. Okay, but not good in the global or in the overall well-being of the nation or of the organization of the group. So we must, from this we can learn that our mind or our loyalty must go beyond our own causes, our own selves. We must go beyond our egoistic tendency. Okay, we must focus and have a strategic view of the whole organization, of the whole picture of the situation. Otherwise, the overall well-being or overall plan of strategy will be defeated, and and the whole nation will get failure. Okay, this can be applied to not only in practice in nations, but it can be applied to your organization or your teamwork. Okay, etc. etc. So Han Fei Zi teach us not to have little careful or small carefulness, not to have small loyalties. If your staff or your fellows have such features, don't use them. Don't use them only in some operational work. Okay, don't use them in charge of the important positions. That's the gist of this phrase of Mason of Han Fei Zi. Okay, and we will share with you more in the future.